In this video, we will discuss the top 7 best rolling pin. So let's get started.
Hi! If you are new here, welcome. You are watching Compact Reviews. We aim to update on the latest and best everything that has to do with cooking and the kitchen. We test them out in real life so you know what they're like even before buying them. For someone who loves cooking, nothing could be better than Compact Reviews.
Number 7. J.K. Adams Maplewood Medium. This style of rolling pin, also called a baker's or American rolling pin, is most likely the one you are familiar with. It has a wooden barrel that rotates around a dowel attached to 2 handles, usually wooden as well. This is by far the most common style you'll find in home kitchens. The 12-inch rolling pin is made in Vermont of solid maple, and the barrel is waxed to prevent sticking when you're rolling out your dough. The rolling pin is easy to care for thanks to the steel axle that runs through the middle. To clean it, scrape off as much dough as you can, then wash it with warm soapy water and dry it immediately. Number 6. Farberware Classic Wood. Aude from moisture-resistant hardwood, this no-nonsense rolling pin is a solid choice for any kitchen. The barrel portion of the rolling pin measures 10 inches, which is pretty standard for most rolling pins. This model even rivals our budget pick in price, so even if you aren't sure how often you'll use it, you won't have to worry about spending too much on this pin. Even though this model has nylon bearings which should be rust-proof, it's still best to hand wash this rolling pin and dry it immediately after to prevent any warping or cracking of the wood. Customers have praised the minimal finish on the barrel, saying it prevents sticking, but as with all rolling pins, you'll need to add some flour to make it completely non-stick. The one complaint from customers is that the handles are a bit stiff at first, making it hard to roll until the pin loosens up a bit. But once you've used it a couple of times, the bearings start rolling more smoothly. Number 5. Joseph Adjustable Rolling Pin. For bakers who like to be precise, but might not be the best at eyeballing how wide or thick their dough is, the Joseph Adjustable Rolling Pin is the ideal solution. The barrel of the pin has engraved measurements, so you can tell just how long your pastry measures without having to break out the ruler. Just as importantly, this pin will help you measure out the thickness of your dough as well. Simply put one set of the colorful silicone rings on the ends of the pin, and it will help you measure your dough to 1/16 inch, 1/6 inch, 1/4 inch, or 3/8 inch by keeping the pin raised to those heights. Of course, if the thickness doesn't matter that much, simply remove the rings, and you'll have a completely straight dowel or shaker-style rolling pin that is similar to the French style, but without the tapered ends. Number 4. Fox Run Polished Marble. Aside from being aesthetically pleasing, a marble rolling pin has a couple of major benefits. First, unlike wood, a marble pin can be chilled in the fridge or freezer, which is ideal for working with temperature-sensitive doughs like puff pastry or pie crust. Second, marble pins are generally heavier than their wooden counterparts, so they can help flatten a stiff dough with ease. This model from Fox Run has a 10-inch pin and 4-inch wooden handles on each end. It also comes with a matching wooden base to make it easier to store in a cabinet or on your open shelving. No more worrying about a heavy 5-pound marble pin rolling off the shelf and onto your toes. As with all our rolling pin picks, this one should be hand-washed with soapy water and dried immediately. Fox Run also makes a black marble version, but it is more than double the price of the white marble. Number 3. J.K. Adams FRP2 Maple Wood. A staple in many restaurant kitchens and in the home kitchens of professional chefs, the French-style rolling pin made from a single dowel with tapered ends and no handles is gaining popularity among cooks of all types. Why? Because the lack of handles gives you more control over the pin and makes it easier to get a feel for the texture of the dough. This French-style model from J.K. Adams is made of maple and is handcrafted in Vermont. It's the same brand as our best overall rolling pin. J.K. Adams knows a thing or two about rolling pins thanks to their more than 60 years in business in New England. Available in two thicknesses, the fatter FRP1 and the thinner FRP2, this rolling pin is one of the longest on our list, measuring more than 20 inches. That means you can roll out a full rectangle of cinnamon roll dough without having to work in sections and worry about getting everything even. This pin should be hand washed and treated with mineral oil occasionally. If the surface gets too rough, you can sand it lightly and then wash and apply oil again to restore the finish. Number 2. Good Cook 0571 700 0817. For anyone who only needs a rolling pin once a year for making holiday pie crusts, a budget model like this one from Good Cook will probably do just fine. This model is fairly basic. It is made from a single piece of hardwood, although the type is not specified, and has nylon bearings to make the rolling pin glide smoothly and avoid rusting. Even with that, the pin should still be hand-washed and dried immediately. The main complaint with this model is that the label, which is almost as large as the barrel itself, comes stuck to the wood directly and is a bit difficult to remove. You'll need some elbow grease and possibly even some vegetable oil to get the residue off completely. Number 1. Mrs. Anderson's Baking Children's. Instill a love of baking in your kids by making it easy for them to participate. An adult rolling pin can be difficult for little hands to maneuver, so a child-size option is a worthwhile investment. Plus, it will come in handy even for adults when making mini pies or rolling out personal-size pizza crusts. This kid's rolling pin gives you 7 inches of rolling space and measures just over 11.5 inches handle to handle. It is made of solid wood but is still incredibly light to handle. That's good for kids, but it also means you won't have the weight of the pin helping flatten the dough. So it's best to use this pin with dough that has warmed up a bit before you try to roll it out. Reviewers have gotten this pin for children as young as 3 and have reported that it is a hit. Like all of the pins on our list, hand wash and dry this one after use to increase its lifespan.